And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Savannah Sports Report, hosted by yours truly, the coach Karl DeMasi, for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. And remember, it's presented by Coach's Corner. I'm on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm on the Soundgarden stage. And now every Thursday and Friday morning from 6 to 7 a.m., you can hear the audio, the replay of the Savannah Sports Report, hosted by the coach Karl DeMasi on the Superstations, 104.3 FM Savannah. That's right, back on the airways, but I'm back here tonight. Got a great show. We're here every week. And like I say, whether you join me for 5 minutes, whether you join me for 15 minutes, whether you join me for 10 minutes, you join me for a minute, you join me for a segment, I appreciate it. You know why? Because it's all about the kids. It's all about local sports, what's going on here in Savannah, Georgia. Got a great lineup for you. All right, we play 4 quarters. All right. First quarter is the opener. Local sports scores, sports news. We call that 3 steps in the door. Quarter number 2, 912 Suspence himself, Spencer Waldon, with some highlights that he's covered over the last 2 weeks of the Benedictine Buford game and the Calvary Oceanside game. 4 great highlights. He'll break it down, tell us what he's going to be up to this week. Quarter number 3. Let me tell you, this is what it's all about. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This young man's on fire. Savannah Christian, 3-0. Thomas Blaise, almost 800 yards altogether. Running, passing, senior quarterback. Been starting since a sophomore. Got to get him on here. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic at the week. Blaise Thomas, not Thomas Blaise. Blaise Thomas from Savannah Christian. And why not? Let's go to the fourth quarter and talk to the head coach. They lost a lot of players. We thought they would be rebuilding this year, but not. They're reloading. That's right. Savannah Christian is reloading. They're 3-0. They're highly ranked in the 1A, 3A private school sector. But let's talk to Baker Woodward, okay? Can't wait to talk to him about what's going on with the Raiders this year. Tough game this week. They travel up to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina to take on Oceanside Collegiate, who had a barn burner with Calvary last week. And my last part of the show is Karl's Corner. That's where I give you a little editorial about something near and dear to sports with me. All right, so we got about 9 minutes to get out of here. I got to get all this stuff in here. Got to keep to a time limit now. When you're back on the radio, you only get a certain amount of time per segment. So here we go. 3 steps in the door. So if you don't want to look at me or hear me, watch the little presentation I got. So this is 3 steps in the door for September 3rd, 2025, hosted by the coach, Karl DeMasi. Great picture right there. Savannah Sports Report. These are the key stories I came up with from August 27th to today. So last Wednesday till today, we call 3 steps to the door. And like always, we start with from the youth leagues to the high school news, okay? Coach's Corner has the volleyball player of the week every week. Second week in a row. Today was posted. St. Vincent's Academy senior Kaylin Gill. Unbelievable week last week. 13 kills, 42 assists, 25 aces in 4 matches, okay? Perfect game served, which is highly, rarely unlikely in volleyball. That means she's got to get the ball over 25 times, and her team has to be able to return it without getting any errors. 25 straight against Savannah High. Well, right here, it's the second time she's done it in her career. So that's our Coach's Corner volleyball player of the week. Check it out on the Prep Sports Board. Then, of course, we have our softball player of the week, sponsored by the great Cavalier himself, John Carr, Real Estate, Seaport Real Estate. Been doing it now for 3 years. He does softball and baseball. We got to go with Aubrey Reagans, okay? Last week, she led the Wildcats to a series win over Cold Creek County, who was the region champ last year. The Wildcats took 2 out of 3. In the first game, she blasted 3 home runs in 1 game. She drove in 5 RBIs. They lost the second game, 1-0, but she had a big part in their 2-1 win in the third game to take the series. Okay, so that's Aubrey Reagans from Richmond Hill High School, softball player of the week. Check it out on the Prep Sports Report. Koki Miera, you got to love this kid. I've been watching this kid since he's about 7, 8 years old, playing sports, playing golf here in Savannah, Georgia. And, I mean, he's just an unbelievable kid. He just came away with the Southern Junior Golf Tournament Low Country Junior Classic at the Sanctuary Golf Club. As you see there, he birdied 2 holes to finish 6 under and edge out Richmond Hill's Patrick Mahaffey by 1 stroke. Miera clinches overall the boys' 14-19 title after surviving a 2-hole playoff against Rex Clement of Valdosta. Local standouts, Caden Hartley at a Country Day, placed 6th. Jack Weeks from BC placed 9th. On the girls' side, Richmond Hill girls cross-country team swept the Fraser Height Invitational, Chloe Miller came in first, Gabriella Francis came in second, and Adeline Athlin came in third. Benedictine on the boys' side lost by 1 point to Greenbrier. See, in cross country, it's the lowest amount of points you get. Greenbrier had 54. Benedictine had 55. But, Cole Minich and Asher Herron are going to lead that team to big things. Other local standouts, Habershams, Haley Cleanland finished third. Richmond Hill's Eddie Howell was fifth. And Richmond Hill Caden Gross was eighth. Next up, there's a whole bunch of cross-country tournaments or matches or meets this week. Okay? We got the Ortho West Invitational in Carrollton on the state championship course. Savannah Chatham County Public Schools hold the Rock Cross Country Invitational, and the Southeast Bullock hold the Jackets Catch 'em Challenge all this weekend. Check it out on the Prep Sports Report, okay? Next up, we got to talk about football. Last week's final scores, Benedictine went on the road, took care of Burke 41-0. Bethesda beat Hilton Head Christian 53-28. Calvary beat Oceanside Collegiate in a shootout 59-49. Central Fellowship, heartbreaker. They beat St. Andrews 32-26. Effingham County goes out big and holds on to beat New Hampstead 23-20. Jenkins all over Groves 65-6. Liberty County beat Windsor Forest 36-6. Long County 28, Johnson 7, Richmond Hill 49, Everglades, Florida 0, Savannah Christian 22, Mount Paran 7. Savannah Country Day gets their first win in the Joey Blackmore era over Port of Goud 13-7. Toombs County beats Effingham 55-8, and Southeast Bullock beat Islands 41-7. This week's schedule, okay, the WSAV game of the week was supposed to be Jenkins and Liberty County Memorial. It's been moved to Liberty County. You can watch it on WSAV. That's the game of the week. Prep Sports Report has 2 games of the week. That's right. Nathan Dominance and Jeff Moeller will cover 2 games. Nathan Dominance has the Windsor Forest Beach game, and Jeff Moeller has the Johnson Islands games. That'll be on the Prep Sports Report Saturday morning. But here you go. New Hampstead at Richmond Hill, Glen Academy at Bradwell, Effingham County at Brunswick, Beach at Windsor Forest, Calvary at Southeast Bullock, Groves at Long County, Johnson at Islands, Liberty County at Jenkins, Savannah Christian at Oceanside Collegiate, Savannah Country Day at Bluffton, Savannah High at Bryan County, Bethesda at John Paul II, and St. Andrews goes to Briarwood. All right, let's finish up rankings, football rankings. BC moved up from number 7 to number 6 in the 1A, 3A private section. Savannah Christian stayed at number 3, Calvary stayed at number 5. Softball, the only 2 teams ranked in 5A. Effingham went down to 6. Southeast Effingham went down to 8. Volleyball rankings out of the Max Preps, they rank the area. So here are the top teams from the area in the top 10. From the Savannah area, Richmond Hill 16-1, St. Vincent's 13-3, South Effingham's 13-8, Habersham School is 15-5, Savannah Christian is 6-4, Calvary Day School is 7-3. All right, Georgia Bulldogs, what do you want me to tell you? They beat up on Marshall. Stockton was a standout, 4 TDs, 2 rushing, 2 passing, balanced offense, 488 yards, strong defense. It's Marshall, okay? They host Austin P this week. It's Austin P. Next week, after this week, we'll see what they do against Tennessee. So it's this Saturday, between the hedges, Austin P comes in to take on our Bulldogs. All right, Georgia Tech, big win over Colorado out there in Colorado, 27-20. I mean, the quarterback king is unbelievable. Late execution. They dominated the Buffaloes. Great win for Coach Brent Key. They take on Gardner-Webb at home up there in the ATL. So Saturday at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Georgia Southern went out to Fresno State. Great first half. They're winning 14-13. Then the bottom falls out. Turnovers. Failed rush attack. Defensive struggles. Well, they stay in California. They got USC. That's the University of Southern California. Saturday at 7:30. Next up, Savannah State. Edward Waters. 14-0 lead. Edward Waters scores 41 unanswered points. Christian Burke was a highlight, 132 yards rushing. Joseph Hampton scored the only touchdown. Jaden Adams from Islands High School, 3 catches for 44 yards. They take on Shorter, who also lost last week, 6 o'clock at T.A. Wright Stadium. Braves, 62-7. They lost 5 out of 6. Not going anywhere. They lost last night, 4-3. They got to finish out the Cubs today, and then they go to the Seattle Mariners. It'll be home at then at home in Truist Park. They're not going to Seattle against the Mariners. Falcons starts this week. My Keys, they're going to be a wild card team. Tampa Bay still a favorite. I hope not. Of course, we're going to be watching Michael Penix Jr. leading with the receivers, London Pitts, and running back Robinson. So it's going to be pretty good. 1 o'clock at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this Sunday. NFL's back. Savannah Bananas, okay, they're in Pittsburgh last week. They're in San Diego this week. They take on the Firefighters, Petco Park. Hometown heroes. Great when these kids from the areas go back. Alex Ziegler and Ryan Cox from Pittsburgh area got to play in front of a home crowd. I guess you would say the big highlight, Eric Jones smashed a dramatic walk-off grand slam in the third showdown to seal the victory. Remember, at the end of the season, in the first week of October, they'll play the Savannah Bananas Championship. Brian Harmon's walk-off, okay, he didn't make the Ryder Cup, but starting November 7th, starting in September to November 7th, we have 7 events called the Fall PGA Series. You can win $45 million. I don't know where Brian's playing. It also gives opportunities for players to hold their PGA card and get in with a Q card. And, of course, Champions Tour, Sowers and O'Neill will be back at the Stifle Charity Classic. Soundgarden stage, not till October 16th and October 18th when Journey comes back to the Soundgarden, and then Jupiter Coyote. Don't forget, across the street, we got the Thunderbolt indoor golfing games, 2 golf simulators, play any golf course in the world. You should love it. I mean, it's definitely a great venue. Go inside. It's unbelievable. Get an adult beverage, get your food, go over there and play 18 holes. It's pretty special. All right, keep it on track. Next guest is waiting in the wings. We'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes. Of course, with my next guest, he took 2 weeks off. He got to get his videos intact. So he's got his videos intact. You know him as 912 Suspence. Over 5,000 followers on YouTube. The last 2 videos he's posted on his YouTube channel has got over 24,000 views. Got to talk to him about it. Of course, that's the Benedictine Buford game. And, of course, the Calvary Oceanside Collegiate game. You'll watch the Savannah Sports Report with the coach, Karl DeMasi, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, presented by Coach's Corner. Okay? And, of course, now heard Thursday and Friday mornings from 6 to 7 a.m., the audio, that is, on the Superstations, 104.3 FM, Savannah. Be right back.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions to Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style, we are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, Coach, I can't hear you. I think your mic might be muted. Yeah, I still can't. I can't hear you. I can hear myself, but I cannot hear you.
How about now?
There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Okay, I just spent 12 minutes of talking to nothing. I hope the StreamYard platform recorded it, so we'll see who finds out. But once again, we're talking to Spencer Waldon, the man behind 912 Suspense. Go check out his YouTube channel, okay, 912 Suspense. Like I said, the last 2 videos, over 25,000 views. Benedictine against Buford 2 weeks ago in the rain. And then, of course, we had Calvary against Oceanside Collegiate this week. So everything sounds good, right? We're on a roll?
Sounds good. Yes, sir.
And to Kimberly Gaines, thank you very much, Kimberly, for keeping me on top of it. Yes, I went through that whole thing. I did announce that New Headstead will be playing down at Richmond Hill this Friday night. Never a dull moment. But anyway, let's get to you, okay? So you had a huge success with the recent Benedictine and Calvary videos. Calvary video is you just put that up, so it's starting to grow, pulling in more than 25,000 views. What do you think makes this those games and your coverage connect to the fans so strongly?
To be honest, I think it's really 2 things: the names of the school and then the type of players that they have at those schools. BC and Buford, for example, I want to say Buford entered the season with 22 or 23 D1 prospects, and BC entered the season with like 12 or 13. So there was a bunch of 3, 4, 5 stars all over the field. Before the game started, before all the delays and stuff, it was packed. It was, I don't know, I don't think it was sold out because Buford's side wasn't super packed, but BC side was packed out. Like it was in last year, it was a really good game. Buford won by 1 point, 28-27. So the anticipation for that game was super high all the way from like last August. So people were looking for that game. And then same with the Calvary Oceanside. Oceanside's back-to-back state champions. Calvary Day has talent all over their team, 2 big schools. So I think people were just excited to watch some good football.
Well, it sure was a heck of a night 2 weekends ago, because I stood out in the rain waiting to be the color commentator on WSAV's Game of the Week, Richmond Hill against Glenn, but that didn't happen. You stood over there at Memorial Stadium. Well, be honest with you, when they canceled the game, I got across I-16. I got to watch my son coach Savannah Christian against New Hampstead. It was just fun to watch him call a game. But anyway, let's start with the Benedictine game, which was 2 weeks ago, okay? The Benedictine had such a huge reaction online. From your perspective, what made that atmosphere performance so special to capture on video? How did you, and especially in the rain, how did you do that?
Man, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, because there was multiple times. The game didn't start until I think 9:15, so that's almost 2 hours after kickoff. So it. To be honest, I love what I do so much, and because of how big that game was, I knew that I was gonna stay out there in that rain and go through that struggle. But it was just you just got to find where the best energy is. BC has one, no, not one of BC has the best student section in the area. It's not even close. So, I mean, you can always capture them on video. Their crowd is always packed out. I mean, like I said, the players always put out good content. So, it's about finding the best energy on the field, around the field, and then sometimes you just got to be lucky and be in the right spot at the right time.
All right, so here we go. Let me I just got a comment. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay.
You're all good.
All right. This combination all year long is going to be something special. Cannon and Frazier. And you caught this one early in the game, got BC back in the game. They tied the game. So what was your perspective from where you filmed this from? And we're going to play it right now. So here we go. Cannon to Frazier. Let's try it again. Take two. Now, you saw it coming at you. What was so special about that play? And give us a little personal opinion about Cannon and Frazier.
Yeah, so one thing about that play, so from where I was standing, I was focused on Steven and not Bubba. There was another camera angle that you could see. Bubba's route on that play was insane. Like, the defender was nowhere to be seen. He hit a disgusting route in the rain. But that duo is one of the best duos in the whole state of Georgia. Steven's committed to Texas Tech. Bubba's committed to Notre Dame. They're top. They're top prospects for a reason. They're legit. Everybody knows about Bubba. A lot of people know about Steven, but he had his injury last year. So I think this is really going to be his big breakout year where a lot of people really start to mention and talk about him. But that duo is dangerous. If the O-line can give Steven time to find him, I think they're going to be top 3 duos in the entire state for sure.
All right. We were on the sideline for the Calvary Day Oceanside Collegiate game. I mean, so let's talk about the Calvary game. What moment stood out to you behind the camera? You sent me 3. I asked, you sent me 3, right?
Yeah.
You sent me 2.
Yeah, I think I sent you 2.
2. And I asked for a 3rd. So the first one was, what a catch by Owens on this play from Mobley. So, and you caught it. Watch the one-hand grab right here. I mean, if that's not a ESPN top 10, I don't know what is, but I mean, he fully extended. So when you're doing this behind the camera, can you see that happening?
Sometimes. I mean, so luckily, I have my brother out there with me filming, so I'm able to cover one half of the field and he can cover the other half. But I mean, like I said earlier, sometimes you just have to, it's luck. Sometimes you just got to be in the right spot at the right time. There was a play earlier in the game where literally I just moved to the other side of the field and then Oceanside's defense made a crazy play and they got a turnover. So sometimes it's all about luck, but for the most part, I kind of, you can kind of tell how the offense is moving and kind of how the game flow is going on when they're going to take a shot. So it's just, all about guessing and being lucky, to be honest.
Okay, if you're just tuning in, you're either watching or listening to the Savannah Sports Report with the host, Coach Karl, DeMasi, and of course, with my guest is 912 Suspence, the man behind the camera, Spencer Waldon. We're talking about highlights from the BC game and the Calvary game. Now, you know it because we used to practice it. I don't know if you remember when I was the coach there for 2 years. We love trick plays. I love trick plays. And this double pass from Mobley to, who was it, Frazier?
So it went from James Mobley to Jalen Hicks to Marlon Knight.
There you go. Okay, he's got the combination down. So check this out right here. Watch the ball closely. There's the one first pass. So give me your opinion on that play.
Man, that's a big play. And, like you were saying, for it to be a trick play, now every team that plays Calvary, you're going to have to take that into effect. Like, you never know when they're going to pull that out. And, in the previous years, they had Thomas Blackshear and Dupa Coleman at receivers, and those were two legit D1 prospect receivers. So a lot of people coming into this year, I mean, Calvary's loaded with talent, but a lot of people outside of the city don't know about, Jalen Hicks and Marlon Knight and Levon Owens and all them. So, this was a big game for them to really put their names on the map. And that play right there, like I said, I mean, three people, trick play. Marlon Knight snagged it over two defenders. So that play right there just really stood out to me because now, like I said, you're always going to have to take into account that they can pull a trick play.
And now you're going to say, Coach, you're old. I'll give you a little bit of information. So I'm standing at the press gate because I'm old. I forgot to bring my press pass, so I had to go get a temporary one. And at the gate is a former Grove student, one of the Clark boys, and he says, "Coach, you remember me?" He gave me his name and one of the Clark boys from Groves. He says, "Marlon Knight is my nephew." I said, "You got to be kidding me!" I coached Tony Clark, and Kenny Clark, and Marlon Knight is their sister's son. 25 years later, crazy world, isn't it?
That's crazy. It really is a small world that we live in.
And he's going to be a standout just like his uncles. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. So, all right, being an old ball coach, here's the last play. I love special teams. I know, Coach, you love trick plays, you love special teams. But this was a game changer. And it's 99 yards in high school football is very, very rare.
Mm-hmm.
You step on the goal line or the ball crosses the goal line, that's the white line that goes into the end zone, the ball automatically is a touchback. Unbelievable run by Mr. Pickney here. Oceanside Collegiate just scored to get the game close again. Look at this run. Great camera work by your brother there. You got to give him some love.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Scott.
I mean, that was the game changer right there. And I mean,
yeah,
I couldn't believe it. 99 yards. I mean, we were standing down there and you could see he was almost in the end zone. I'm glad your brother was on the other end.
I was too. When I seen it, I was like, oh, thank God he's over there. Because where I was standing, I caught like the first half of it. But as soon as he broke past the 50, Oceanside players are jumping in the way and I couldn't really see. So like I said earlier, shout out to my brother Scott for helping me get that second angle. But yeah, special teams. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go. You finish.
Special teams is people don't give special teams any type of credit. O-line and special teams, people just, kick to the curb. You need those two units to win. Like without a good special teams unit, you're not going to go far. And like you were saying, I want to say Oceanside just scored and either tied the game or was up by 3 or 4. So that kick return definitely was a big game changer for Calvary.
It definitely was. Okay, 2-minute drill. Like I told you, I'm telling you when we got to get out of here. So my last question, okay, looking ahead to this week, which game or games are you planning to cover and what should fans expect to see from 912 Suspence when they click play for this week?
So as of right now, I'm not 100% sure where I will be at, but I am talking to another cameraman. I think he's going out to the Jenkins Liberty game, so I'm going to try to get that video, and hopefully I can get that one uploaded to my channel. So about 50% to keep your eyes out for the Jenkins Liberty game, and then if I do get something, I might go to the Johnson Islands game.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see what you come up with for next week. Always a great job. A lot of fun on the sidelines with you. And once again, keep promoting those young men, Spencer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
And remember, it's always a pleasure. And your work continues to shine a spotlight on these football players across the Coastal Empire. For everybody watching, make sure you follow 912 Suspence on YouTube. Instagram is coming back. He's working on it. And I'll tell you, for some of the best highlights in this area for someone behind the scenes. And, he's not looking for the publicity. He's looking to get these kids some exposure. Thanks again. Talk to you during the week. Once again, hopefully go Sharks this week, right?
Fingers crossed. I think they can get this one.
We'll see. Have a good one, Spence. Thanks for coming on. Great work.
Have a good one. See you next week.
I know it'll be at 30,000 when we talk next week, right?
I hope so.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Once again, the kid does a great job. Him and his brother stands in an end zone. He works up and down the sidelines. And I mean, it's just something special. And to have coached the kid and taught the kid and to see how these kids grow. Like I said, Marlon Knight's uncle
uncles. I coached at Groves from 2002 to 2005. I mean, small world, okay? Next up, this young man is hot as a pistol, okay? He's over at Savannah Christian, putting up the numbers, doing a great job. 3 straight weeks, I think over 150 yards total offense. Can't wait to talk to him. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after week from Savannah Christian, Blaise Thomas, senior quarterback. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to go to a little break here. Remember, you're watching the Savannah Sports Report, hosted by the coach, Karl DeMasi, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, presented by Coach's Corner. Then, of course, you can listen Thursday and Friday mornings from 6 to 7 a.m. on your way to work, on your way to school, on your phone. Check it out. Tune in. Be right back. Savannah Christian football. It's always a great day to be a Raider.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions to Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And what's up, fans? Welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Take 2. Welcome back, fans, to the Savannah Sports Report, hosted by the coach, Karl DeMasi. You know, old habits never die. I mean, I've been doing the Karl DeMasi Sports Report for 15 years, so I changed it to the Savannah Sports Report. I'll get it straight sooner or later. But once again, welcome back. Glad you could join me, whether you're watching, whether you're listening. It's always a lot of fun here. It's presented by Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And, of course, now Thursday and Friday mornings from 6 to 7 a.m. on the Superstations, 104.3 FM Savannah. Last week's show will be aired tomorrow morning. Tonight's show will be aired Friday morning. You got to give me some time to take it home and clean it up and get rid of all my stumbles and bubbles that I do. But this is my favorite part of the show. This is where we bring the good kids in. Tonight we're joined by Savannah Christian senior quarterback. Okay, there we go. Blaise Thomas,
He's our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Got to thank Dr. Bart Wetherington and Lisa Wetherington for supporting me since day one, which is back in 2010. So Blaise has been leading the Raiders since his sophomore season and is off to a red-hot start this fall. From big passing plays to key runs, he's proven himself as one of the area's top playmakers, quarterbacks in the area. So let's hear from Blaise about his journey, this season's fast start, and what's ahead for the Raiders. Joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Blaise Thomas. Hey, Blaise, what's up?
What's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm having a lot of fun. And like I say every week, what I do in between the breaks, you wouldn't want, and then I get caught up because I'm rushing. So I got a big note here. Slow down, coach, which probably my son says to you, the real coach, DeMasi. So, but once again, congratulations on all the hard work you've put in. You've built quite a reputation growing from that sophomore to the senior now. It's been exciting to watch you grow, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the season. And I get to watch you next week when you play Fellowship Christian Academy, because I'm going to be doing a color on WSAV.
Sounds good.
So, all right. So you've been at Savannah Christian. You've been a starting quarterback since you're a sophomore. How did you first fall in love with football? What's kept you motivated to keep growing in the sport and to play one of the most high-pressure positions in any sport, quarterback? We lost your microphone. Can you hear me? Blaise, we lost your microphone. Your microphone's off. Try it again. Still lost you. Just take your time. We got plenty of time, so there's no rush. Yeah, on my end, it says your microphone's on, but it's not on. Okay, he's going to reboot. Let's see what happens. So as I was saying, Savannah Christian's off to a 3-0 start. Let's try it again. He just popped back in.
Sorry about that.
Hey, you know what? It happens. It's the internet. It's live, a live show. You can't do anything about it. So what I asked you again, okay, we'll take this take two. You've been Savannah Christian starting quarterback since your sophomore year. How did you first fall in love with football, and what's kept you motivated to keep you growing in the sport and to play one of the most highest pressured positions in any sport, playing quarterback?
Right. Well, when I didn't really first fall in love with the sport, I fell in love with the process. And I feel like my family has kept me motivated. And once I kept playing the sport, I've truly fell in love with it.
Okay. What do you like most about it?
What I like most about it is surrounding myself with my teammates, my brothers. I treat them like family. We're all together as a family, and I think we have a really good connection together.
All right, so now first 3 games, okay, this season, you've totaled nearly 700 yards, 8 touchdowns, okay? Looking back, think about it now. Which player moment has been the most memorable so far this year for you?
Probably my first run of the season, my first touchdown run against Whitfield Academy. Coach called a option play, and I took off running and made a play and scored. It was definitely my memorable run for sure.
So you read it the right way, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So Coach DeMasi was very happy?
Yeah, he was. He told me that before the play, he said it was going to be a touchdown, and looks like it was. He's helped me in many ways. He has made my job a lot easier for me, and he's broken down the defense, and it's really crazy how much he turned this offense around.
Nice. And perfect segue. So you're balanced passing, you're balanced running. Savannah Christian has done that really well this year. What does your weekly training routine look like, and how do you prepare both physically and mentally to lead the Raiders every Friday night? So how do you train for these games?
Yeah, well, Monday I set my goals of the week and what I want to get on Friday night, what stats I want to get, and then I watch film a lot. We have practice every day after school, and we have morning practice in the morning on Thursdays, and so
We just lost you again. All right. Try to do what you did last time to come back in again. You got to love live internet. I feel bad for the young man. First time doing this, but I'm telling you right now, I got a lot of little glitches and stuff that goes on. You just got to go through it. It's live internet. So I'll clean this up when I go home for the radio. But, he's working through it. He came back last time. Let's hope he can do it again. Savannah Christian off to a 3-0 start. They play Oceanside Collegiate, who gave Calvary a barn burner last week. And Savannah Christian's got to go up to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Okay, he's back now.
All right.
There we go.
All right, I'm good now.
It happens. Don't worry about it. This is what makes it fun, okay? So it's not the first player to do this, okay? So my question was your routine, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your routine during the week?
Well, my routine is I set my goals of the week, what I want to accomplish. We have practice every day after school. We have weights. On Thursdays, we have morning practice, and that's when we prepare. All the varsity comes and prepares, and our team talks about what we want to get and our goals and stuff like that. And yeah.
All right. So every season has ups and downs, just like this show. So what's been the toughest challenge you faced as a quarterback, and how has it shaped you the way you play today or you've been playing this season?
Well, I feel like the toughest battle for me is maintaining my physical and mental health. I feel like, during the face of adversity, during the games and the pressure you get put on, it really shows who you are. And I feel like I act better, I play better in the face of adversity and pressure.
All right. And I know I said it's one of the toughest positions playing all sport, but it's a team game. There's 11 on offense, 11 on defense, 11 on special teams. And as a quarterback, you rely on the guys around you. How has your offensive line and your receivers helped you succeed? And, of course, the running backs helped you succeed this season. And what do you try to bring as the leader on the field for that offensive unit?
Right. Well, we all know we're going to do our jobs, and we put trust in each other. And I put trust in my O-line. Our O-line has been significant this year. I couldn't ask for better. Our running backs, our wide receivers have been catching the ball. And, I feel like what I bring is I'm vocal, and I try to communicate and, have a lot of leadership out on the field and off the field.
Nice. So if you're tuning in, you're watching or listening to the Savannah Sports Report hosted by the coach Karl DeMasi with we're at our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week segment. We're talking to senior quarterback Blaise Thomas from Savannah Christian, who's having a phenomenal year, over 700 yards, 8 touchdowns, doing a great job throwing the ball. So, but athletes really get where they are alone, okay? You gave credit for Coach DeMasi coming in this year. How have your parents and family supported your football journey, and what role did they play on game days?
Yeah, well, my dad put me in football when I was 6, and he's really been motivating me, and all my family members have. They put me through camps, football camps. They've supported me ever since I was young. And I couldn't do it without them, And what they bring on game days is they bring me, or they don't bring me. They go tailgate before games and stuff. And my dad texts me saying play good and go out hard, play hard and strong, and I get hyped up after that.
All right, and I know my son's first year coach there, but you've been with Coach Baker Woodward now for 4 years.
Yeah.
Tell us about Coach and what has he meant to your career?
Yeah, Coach Woodward, he's been phenomenal coach to me. I look up to him and he has the things he brought to me is he taught me a lot. I wouldn't be where I am today without him. And yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the fun part. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. One question before we get to rapid fire. Okay. Savannah Christian prides itself on a strong academic and athletic program. What's it like being a student athlete there, and how has the school helped shape you on and off the field?
Yeah. Well, the school has taught me that grades come first. Always grades come first. And also, I feel like Savannah Christian has taught me to develop the whole person to the glory of God. And that's what they're really hard on that. They're really hard on, the God's creation. And yeah.
Okay, rapid fire. This is where I give you about 6-7 questions, short questions, 1-word answers or short and sweet answers. Okay. Favorite pregame meal?
I have to go with the grilled chicken. Grilled chicken. They give us the grilled chicken, a biscuit, and a potato, loaded potato.
Song to get you hyped up before the game?
A song? There's a bunch of them. Probably In the Air Tonight.
Okay. What's his name? Now I can't remember. Phil Collins. Okay. Yeah. Toughest defense you faced so far up to the third game of the season. So start back when you were a sophomore all the way up to the next game.
Probably my sophomore year, probably a state game, Cedar Grove.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were really, we struggled against them for sure.
Most memorable game in your career?
Most memorable? Definitely my sophomore year, the Final Four. Whenever we made it, we won. We able to go to state the game before that, and so I feel like that was most memorable. Everybody was happy and everything.
All right, quarterback. You modeled your game after?
Quarterback. I feel like Stetson Bennett for sure. Nice. I watch his highlights before the games and I look at the things he does, and I try to copy it. Not gonna lie, but
hey, I could see that. Okay, yeah. Most underrated teammate.
Most underrated teammate. That's a good question. Definitely our running back, our freshman running back. He stepped up. He's a freshman, Wesley Dinkins. He's having a great year already. And I'm excited to see what comes from him.
Funniest Raider on the team?
Funniest Raider? Probably Davion Melton, one of our linemen.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. One word that describes the 2025 Raider football team.
I'd say focused. We're really focused. We have a destination, and we want to get to that.
Know where you got to go. Okay, two quick questions. Senior year, and you guys are off to a big year. Everybody thought you'd be rebuilding, but you're really reloading. What goals are you setting for yourself moving forward, both in football and in life after high school?
Yeah, well, the goals we're setting for football is, make state, have a brotherhood after football. And outside of high school, I'm planning on getting my builder's license, and wherever that takes me after that, start my own business. Yes, sir.
Okay, senior year. You got a lot of younger kids over there at Savannah Christian looking up to you. They want to play football. What advice would you give them as someone who's been through the grind and a sophomore season and is finding the success you've had over the last 3 years?
Right. Yeah, well, like I said, your grades comes first. It always comes first. And trusting in the process, working on not even during practice, like going on Saturdays, Sundays, going on the field, doing footwork, stuff like that. And being able to trust in your coaches is the biggest thing. That's actually the biggest thing for me is trusting your coaches, and they'll put you in the right position at the right time.
Well, any shout out to any teammate you want to say? Something to?
Probably shout out to JT. He's been a really good lineman, and shout out to Coach DeMasi. He's been putting me in a really good position ever since he came here, and I just feel like he doesn't get enough appreciation.
Well, Blaise, thank you for coming on. I know this is the first time doing this, and I know all the little glitches, but, you did well. So you're not only leading Savannah Christian on the field, but you're setting a standard for all those younger kids, like the last question I asked you. So best of luck. I look forward to Friday night, and I look forward to the rest of the season because I'll be following you along, and keep up the great work, and you're making people proud. And, you got Stetson Bennett in you. Keep it going.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Great talking to you.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
it's tough when things don't go right, but he handled it like a true quarterback. Little glitches here. He found a way to get himself back on, just like he finds a way to get it done on the football field. Great kid, exceptional quarterback this year. He's been exceptional quarterback for the last 3 years. So other than that, the man's waiting. He's at a football game, so we will not be going to a break. So joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat is the coach of the Savannah Christian Raiders, Baker Woodward. What's up, Coach? I'm going right to you. I'm not going to go to a break because I know you're out on the field.
Yes, sir, man. Things are good. It's halftime here. We're the good guys. The Raiders are up 8-0 against Country Day, so things are good right now.
So tell them you're at a middle school game, right?
Yeah, my son Ford, he's a 7th grader, and so I'm at Country Day versus the Raiders, 7th and 8th grade game over here at Daffin Park. I think there's something wrong with Country Day's field right now, so we're playing at Daffin Park.
Yeah, and you haven't found a little water to go fishing in between during halftime?
No fishing for me, man. I stop fishing usually around football season. So, but if I get a little free time, my sons, they like to go fishing, so we'll go some. But I think Blaise did a pretty good job.
Yes, he did. He handled it well. Yeah. We had internet problems, but he handled it well. So 8th season, right? 8th season leading the Raiders.
Say that again. Sorry, Karl.
Is this your 8th season that you're leading the Raiders?
Yes, sir. 8th season. Yes, sir.
Wow, time goes fast. Okay, you're off to a 3-0 start, despite losing a lot of talent, despite dealing with injuries. You started off with some tough competitions. You got another one Friday night. So, what do you make of this strong opening to the season, especially with so many faces stepping into big roles and dealing with a lot of injuries?
Yeah, no, I'm very proud. I told our guys I was very proud of them. I told our coaches we're proud of them because, I mean, yes, we've had to replace a lot of seniors that have been in big roles for us for a long time. Elijah Griffin, Zoe Smalls, Jaden Miles, Kenry Wall. Those guys have been starting for us for some of them for 4 years. And so I was pleased with our off season. I was pleased with our spring. Guys stepped up in places. And, unfortunately, the first quarter of the first game, we're out, I think 3 or 4 starters. And so that's tough. And I think it just kind of goes with our motto for this year. Like our motto, our one word that we're looking at this year is trust. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And I know I looked at your son, and I know he was stressed a little bit because, I mean, we've put a lot of stock in these guys. But you know what? To our coach's defense, they put a lot of time in the second team guys. And that's good coaching. You can't just spend all the time with your first team guys. And Coach DeMasi and Coach Bull, they put time with the second team guys, and it was their time to shine. And they've done a great job for us. So it's good to see new faces out there having success. They had success Thursday afternoons. Now they're having success on Friday night, and I think that's a good sign of a program. I lost you, Karl. Sorry, I'm can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I got you now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, something's going on with my mic, just like the internet with Blaise the last quarter, the last segment. All right.
Yeah,
so
got you now.
Throw out some love to those guys that have stepped up for, like you said, 2 receivers go down very quickly. You had a lot of guys step up. You got some guys on the offensive lineman. You've been touted having one of the best offensive lines in the state, but give those guys a shout out who stepped up so far.
Yeah, so I think it starts first with our offensive line. Of course, we've got the kind of the same guys there as last year. We lost Luke Gunn to graduation, but this week, we were out Davion Melton and R.J. Brown. Both can play at the next level. Both are college offensive linemen eventually, and so we had 2 guys really step up. One's Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright went from not starting varsity to starting both ways last Friday night. Started on the O-line and on the D-line. So getting him ready to play defensive tackle we've been working on all summer, all spring. Well, now he's got to also start offensive tackle for us. And he really stepped up. The other guy that has done a great job for us is King Long. King Long is, Russell DeMasi said that he's our Swiss Army knife on the offensive line right now. I mean, any position we need, center, guard, tackle, King can step in and play. And so those two guys really stepped up for us Friday night. And then since Willie Busey and Kane Tomlin went down first game of the season, we've had to have guys end up going both ways. Athen Husbeth, he's one of our best overall football players. He has moved into Kane's spot on offense. And then we have the guy that filled in for Willie Busey is Cam Yeldell. Well, Cam Yeldell is a really good safety, Division I guy, and he stepped up going both ways. Caught several balls the other night, had 119 yards receiving. We know that he's going to be a really good player, we just can't be more proud of where we're at right now. Guys are stepping up. It's just the next guy up, and they're having success. So we're excited.
All right, so this Friday, tomorrow, Friday, 2 days. You got to get on a bus. You got to head up to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, take Oceanside Collegiate Academy, who just had a barn burner with Calvary last weekend. What does this game mean for your guys right now? I know it's not region play yet, but, you're playing another top school, which you guys have been road warriors. You've been to Atlanta twice, and now you're going to South Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's getting to me. I'm getting a little bit older, as you can see the gray in my beard. So I went to the junior-senior retreat, which, all our juniors and seniors, they didn't even sleep at this retreat. It's a religious retreat. They have a great time. They look forward to it every year. So we've been traveling with the junior-senior retreat. Then we go to Atlanta twice. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I've stayed up till 4 in the morning. Like, this is not good for me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I'm still catching up on sleep. But what does this game mean? I mean, it's Oceanside Collegiate. I think it's our first true test. To be honest, I mean, the first 3 games were tough. Whitfield Academy is going to win a lot of games. New Hampstead, Coach Hockman's going to win some games, and then Mount Perrin. They're probably one of the most well-coached teams we've seen. So those were tests, but this, I think, is going to be a real true test for us. Got receivers everywhere. I mean, they threw for 500 yards against Calvary. It's going to be a real test for us, and it's really one of those games that we're really going to have to lean on that veteran offensive line that you're talking about, like Jordan Dillon, J.T. Howell, R.J. Brown, those guys, Davion Melton. I think they're going to be healthy. I think they're going to be ready to play. They've been out for a couple weeks now. And so we're going to be able to have to put some big drives together, hold on to the football because they have a high-powered offense. And then defensively, man, we've got to do our job. We got to be able to bend a little bit, but not break. And I'm excited for the challenge. I think our guys are real excited as well. We're actually going to Charleston and we're playing at the Citadel. So playing in an FCS, yeah. So playing in an FCS stadium is going to be great for our guys. And then in a couple weeks, speaking of travel, in a couple weeks, we're going to actually play Blessed Trinity at Georgia Southern. So we get to play at another college stadium. So I think our guys are pretty excited about that. But yeah, Oceanside Collegiate, it's going to be a true test for us. And I always remember Oceanside because my first win as a head coach was in 2018 when we went to Oceanside and we won that game. So I'll always remember Oceanside.
Nice. Okay, I'll make this quick. Last question, because I know you want to go watch some football. Your son's playing. All right, region play doesn't happen for another 2 weeks. What does the region look like for the Raiders this year, and how are you guys going to step up and handle that competition?
Yeah, so region play is going to be very tough for us. We're in a region where, we have Country Day, which is a similar size school to us, but the other schools are about twice our size. I mean, Swainsboro, Toombs County, Vidalia, these are places that they take pride in being physically tough. They want to shut the whole town down. I mean, I've had several conversations with Toombs County, like, what time do y'all play? And like, Coach, Toombs County plays at 8 p.m., man. We got to get everybody off from work, everybody down there. 8 p.m., I mean, that's pretty late, but that's when they play, man. They shut the town down. Everybody takes football really serious. And, of course, Toombs County won the state championship last year. But if you see teams like Swainsboro is physical. They were just in the state championship a couple of years ago. And they have a great running attack. And then Vidalia has a rich history for being physical and being tough. And it was back in the day where Vidalia was beating Benedictine back when I was coaching way back then, and we were in a region matchup with Vidalia. So all those teams can beat you on any night. You're not walking into a region play game and saying, you know what, we're going to be able to win this game easily. That's not the case. Every Friday night, you got to come ready to play, and you can't make mistakes. And so that's how our region is matching up.
Well, Coach, go watch your son play. I appreciate you coming on, taking the time and sharing your insight. And, of course, 8 years at that school, man. It's gone really quick. I can remember when I was critiquing you when I was doing the radio games for ESPN Savannah. Hey, guess what I get to do next week? I get to do that to Russell DeMasi.
Oh, good. Well, I tell you, it's with your son, like, we've just kind of really known of each other, but now working together, like, it's a really good team. Like, he's an offensive guy, former quarterback. Same with myself. Like, it's been great. We've learned a lot from each other. So professional. You should be really proud of your son. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Mama did a good job.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right, good luck Friday night. Good luck Friday night. Enjoy the Citadel with the kids. And once again, I'll be looking forward to it. And I'll see you at Fellowship Christian.
All right. Thanks so much for having me. Go Raiders.
Hey, safe travel. Great day to be a Raider.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I mean, you got to love it. He's at his son's football game. I mean, senior trip, not getting home. I mean, look at that schedule. I mean, besides going to Atlanta twice, senior trip, and now you got to go to South Carolina, and you're playing with injuries. I mean, he's done a great job over there. He's just like Danny Britt. They don't rebuild, they reload, and that's what he's got. He's got a program on there that, has set itself in the right course, and, things are going to get a lot better over there for him. And I think, he might have a state championship under his belt. So we'll see what happens. But I always enjoy talking to Baker Woodward. Got to thank him for coming on. All right, time to get out of here. I know my man's not here tonight, Lawrence Bennett, the producer of the other show on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's called Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Check it out on YouTube. You'll love it. Had a lot of fun last week with the host of Rubbin' and Grubbin', Brandon Bain, breaking down the Bulldogs for this week. But I got to talk about something in sports. This is called Karl's Corner. I used to do this every Saturday morning when I was on WTKS with Bill Edwards, doing my Saturday sports show. I continued it on ESPN Savannah. I got to say, where have all the years gone? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, you know what? I'm on the internet. I'm writing articles. I'm putting articles up on the internet. And, of course, with Facebook, memories. Well, last year, September 2nd, 2024, I posted a picture of my senior year in high school, the East Rockaway Rocks. East Rockaway Junior Senior High School in East Rockaway, Long Island, the smallest public school in Nassau County. We had about 500 kids in the school from 7th to 12th grade. We were playing schools like Savannah Christian that were 2-3 times bigger than us. But where have all the years gone? Every September, when the nights turn cooler, which has been great this week, and the stadium lights flicker on, I ask the same question to myself every year. Where have all the years gone? It feels like yesterday I was one of the boys of fall, lacing up the cleats, running out onto the field back then. And, of course, it was a Saturday afternoon because we didn't have stadium with lights except if you played at college or pro, okay, and wearing the black and orange of my school. I mean, the band, the crowd, the rivalries, and the pride of wearing my school colors, the world seemed no bigger than that stretch of grass that I walked on. 4 decades later, that's right, people, 4 decades later, almost 5, I'm on the sidelines or in the press box watching a new generation with the same dreams and the same small-town pride I had. When they leave it all on the field, I remember what it felt like when football was the heartbeat of my life and the heartbeat of our community. September always brings it back. We didn't start school in September up in New York. I mean, yes, we went through summer practices. We dealt with the heat of practice. We dealt with getting ready for the seniors. We dealt with senior practices. We dealt with weight training. Back then, we really didn't use much free weights. We used a universal gym that had 4 stations. But then school started, the pep rallies, the bus rides, the friendships, the hanging out, the brotherhood after the games. You know what? You don't forget what football has done for us, how it shaped us. It taught us discipline. It taught us teamwork. It taught us resilience. It taught us to be on time. It taught us to be dedicated. and it taught us to have pride in something bigger than ourselves. You know, today the names and faces change, but the spirit of Friday Night Football in Savannah and in small towns everywhere, where even the small town I grew up, remains timeless. And this has been your Karl's Corner on the Savannah Sports Report. And every fall, the first week in September, I remember my boys of fall. East Rockaway Rocks, class of 1977. Where has time gone? Well, you know, it's been an hour. I can't believe it's an hour already. And if you join me, I appreciate it. If you join me for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I appreciate it. Please say a prayer for what's going on in this crazy world. We need it. Help somebody out. Be nice to somebody. Share a smile. Open a door. Lend a hand. Make someone's life a little better. But say a prayer for everybody that's having a tough time also. And on that note, whatever you're doing it today or tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. And until I speak to you or listen to you or you see me or I see you, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Peace out. Once again, the lights are going to be turned on Friday night. Love those boys of fall. I'm out of here. Talk to you later.